1090 Jake found paperwork that proves Big Meech allegedly snitched. 50 Cent posted, Tammy Cohen. The truth and nothing but the truth coming soon. 1090 Jake tomorrow. Got that paperwork. You know the vibe.
50 Cent is out here on a full-blown mission to air out Big Meech, and now he's swearing up and down that he's holding real-deal paperwork, proving Meech is a certified informant. But this mess just hit a whole new level because Lil Boosie couldn't stay quiet and jumped right in, making it crystal clear that he's not feeling how Lil Meech is handling all this.
Before this giant welcome home concert was canceled.
What'd I tell you?
The bill was insane. The list of artists on it.
Boosie even stated bluntly that if someone had disrespected his father, as 50 did with Big Meech, he would have exploded on the scene. It appears that Lil Meech took note of that advice because, rather than responding to 50 with words, he is doing things that speak louder than words. Instead of typing a response, Lil Meech is walking the walk while standing next to 50. Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather are two of 50's greatest rivals in the business. As you are already aware, 50 didn't tolerate that for a moment and immediately returned to criticize Lil Meech. When Rick Ross and Boosie appear together on Front Street, he makes it clear that he understands what is going on and isn't going to remain silent.
Well, 50 ain't do half, 50 literally looked out for my dad more than the people that my dad gave millions.
Here's the real question: is 50 going too far with all this, or does he have every reason to feel some type of way?
You made my son $5 million. How much you made though? So you gonna stop? You gonna stop? Yeah, you made, yeah. You ain't just, yeah, come on.
50C versus Big Meech story just took a crazy turn when 50 is now out there waving papers in the air, claiming that they are concrete evidence that Meech collaborated with the federal government. What is the truth behind that so-called paperwork that 50 keeps boasting about? Does he actually have anything, or is he just talking? Let's break it down completely.
Back against the wall and just slide down. You already know, car show going down June 7th. Get online right now, get your tickets right now. But for the hustlers, I want y'all to understand you gotta stop making business personal.
Meech himself shut down all the snitch talk a few weeks ago, adamantly stating that he had never folded or told on anyone. However, now that Meech is standing by his claim that I never snitched, 50s are doubling down, claiming to have official court records proving that Meech was involved in a third-party cooperation deal with the former associate.
It seemed like he got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, my response was, you. Nigga, that's my daddy. You. Let's go to...
Isn't just internet gossip anymore. Minus 50 Cent claims to have actual documents with names, dates, and signatures backing up every allegation. On Tuesday, February 25th, one of Big Meech's closest associates got caught up in the chaos, and 50 wasted no time blowing it up on social media. He dropped a screenshot of a message from 1090 Jake, the infamous YouTuber known for exposing snitch paperwork and putting everyone's business on blast. According to 50 Cent and 1090 Jake's alleged exclusive intel, the documents directly link Big Meech's longtime associate, Tammy Cowens, to a major federal case. If these documents hold even a shred of truth, they raise serious red flags about how Meech's prison sentence was suddenly reduced. 50 Cent didn't mince words. He made it crystal clear that the truth is coming, whether Tammy Cowens likes it or not. But here's where it gets even messier. Tammy wasn't just some random associate in Meech's circle. She was one of his most trusted allies and even helped bring BMF, the hit TV series produced by 50 Cent, to life. Meech had so much faith in Tammy that he trusted her with key business dealings while he was behind bars. To the outside world, this looked like loyalty at its finest, but now, shocking rumors suggest that Tammy may have been playing both sides all along. According to former BMF member Blue Da Vinci, Tammy may have secretly fed inside information to the feds, using details Meech himself gave her to set up key players behind the scenes. When Meech was locked up in 2008, he personally appointed Tammy as the head of BMF Entertainment, giving her full control over the company. But by 2009, everything collapsed when Tammy allegedly switched sides and started working directly with the feds. And here's the real bombshell. If Tammy was already cooperating with the feds before Meech's sentence was cut, did Meech even know? Or worse, was he unknowingly cooperating through Tammy without ever signing any paperwork himself? The internet is in chaos right now, with some people swearing that 50 Cent's receipts don't prove that Meech snitched. Others, however, aren't so sure. 50 Cent is doubling down, teasing that even more explosive documents are coming. But here's the key fact. Nowhere in these so-called receipts is Big Meech officially labeled as an informant. And even if Tammy Cowlins did cooperate and help Meech get a time cut, does that really mean Meech was making deals with the feds? This is the dark reality of the game. Loyalty and betrayal are just two sides of the same deadly coin. There are two ways a situation like this unfolds. The first is through a sworn affidavit or an official cooperation agreement, where an informant provides key information that helps someone else get a reduced sentence. But here's the catch. Whether the person benefiting from that deal actually knew about it or signed off on it is another story entirely. Sometimes, this cooperation directly supports someone's legal case, and if the judge or prosecution finds it valuable, they may offer a sentence reduction. Normally, the person getting the deal has to be aware of it and sign documents to accept the agreement. But then, there's a darker, more complicated side. The world of third-party cooperation. And this is where things get really messy. Someone like Tammy Cowlins could drop critical information without the other person ever knowing. This is why the situation is such a gray area, because even if someone never sat down with the feds or signed anything, they could still end up benefiting from a deal they never personally agreed to. This is the debate tearing the internet apart right now. Did Big Meech know? Did he secretly approve it? Or was Tammy moving in the shadows, playing both sides behind Meech's back the entire time? Now, 50 Cent is going all in, boldly claiming that Big Meech knew exactly what was happening. According to 50, Meech even gave Tammy confidential information, which she then passed to the feds. But if you actually look at the paperwork, things aren't as clear as 50 wants people to believe. If Tammy really went behind Meech's back, feeding crucial details to the government without his consent, then calling Meech a snitch is a massive stretch. But here's the wild part. Facts or no facts, 50 Cent isn't backing down. He's dragging everyone into the mess, throwing insults at anyone who dares to disagree. And it didn't stop there. Boosie got put on blast just for speaking up, all because Lil Meech decided to jump into the conversation himself. This all exploded online after 50 Cent took it a step further, outright calling Big Meech a rat and dragging the entire Flenory family into the fire. Then things got even pettier. Lil Meech fired off a text message to 50, which instantly went viral. "They just told me you unfollowed me on Instagram. And now you're managing Skilla Baby with Rocket, when I was the one who brought him to you in the first place. You didn't even know who brought him to you." And just like that, the drama exploded into something even bigger. "He was back then, and now you're acting like I'm the enemy. I can't believe this, man. I've always shown you love and loyalty. I'm human, and I have my own problems, but that's not all." Lil Meech also attempted to allay concerns about his father's relationship with Rick Ross, which he said was the initial cause of this entire circus, and that it was solely financial in nature, saying, "F Rose Ross. However, in order to help my dad pay his debts, he gave him some bread." Lil Meech made it apparent that the internet is overreacting until our upcoming season premiered by declaring, "You know me in real life, this ain't even like that." Lil Meech was told to kiss his role on the BMF program by 50, who was not trying to listen to any of it. Goodbye, no warnings, no second chances. Just like that, 50 didn't hold back at all, launching into the upcoming season of Little Ninja, while Lil Meech's acting career was abruptly cut short. To make matters worse, 50 went back on the internet. 50 made fun of Lil Meech for losing his role and claimed that his next job would be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. He even wrote, "I'll hit up Mona Scott for him later today," as if he was helping him out and playing career coach at the same time. However, 50 wasn't finished yet. He then took aim at Rick Ross and Big Meech's parenting abilities. He found some old video of Lil Meech hanging out with Ross's daughter Toy Roberts during their relationship and used it to make fun of Meech as a "Why old boy didn't look out for me and send him to acting school. Big screech, all your people were out here doing nothing for him. You came home thinking you the black Pablo Escobar and effed him up," 50 wrote in the caption of the video, which asks why Rick Ross never stepped up to help Lil Meech's family while Big Meech was imprisoned for all those years. However, he made sure to remind everyone that he is the true reason Big Meech's family even started. 50 claims that he helped the Fenry family generate over $5 million in real money while Meech was inside. He then delivered Meech another slap in the face by adding, "It ain't my fault all that money's going be give the baby back his jewelry." When confronted about 50 revealing Lil Meech's messages, Boy stated that he didn't appreciate how softly Lil Meech handled the situation. Speaking of Boosie, 50 had smoke for him as well. Boosie stated bluntly, if it was his pops getting dragged like that, he would have exploded instead of remaining composed or courteous. On the other hand, 50 was prepared for that as well. He responded right away, claiming that he had done more for Lil Meech than Big Meech had ever done. 50 even shared a video of Boosie's interview, writing, "I did more for Meech than anybody in his life." Boosie, which is why he said, "If he gets locked up, I'm the first one he calls. I'd always helped him out, and now it appears that Lil." After all of that, Meech showed up shoulder to shoulder with two of 50's biggest rivals, Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. That alone is a message enough to tell anyone that the beef between 50 Cent and Rick Ross is deep. We're talking about 10 years of insults, sarcasm, and outright disrespect between the two. And this whole mess with Big Meech started the moment Meech left prison and paired up with Ross as if they were best friends. The fact that Lil Meech is now out there laughing and chilling with both Floyd Mayweather and 50 isn't just a casual link-up. It's a direct message, and as you already know, 50 wasn't going to let that go unnoticed. On Friday, February 21st, Lil Meech shared a picture of himself with Floyd and Ross, both of whom were grinning as they kicked it at Lucky Strike. And let's not forget about Floyd Mayweather, who was close to 50 once, but their friendship ended years ago due to financial difficulties and personal jabs. Bowling alley in Miami the previous evening, but it wasn't the only movie. Lil Meech went all out by sharing another picture of himself and Floyd wearing clothing from Meech's Red Letter One clothing line, the same company that went out of business but is again reviving. Lil Meech even immediately gave Floyd some rare items, and in order to ensure that everyone understood the message, he couldn't help but add a little shade to the caption with the words "real power." Big as if that weren't enough. While the entire crew was hanging out, Meech himself called. Ross and Floyd both joined the call, making sure to show Meech love on speakerphone as if they were making sure 50 heard everything he said. "I'm going to send some wings over there." That line says it all. 50 Cent is done with the whole Fennery family. No apologies, no fixing it, no coming back from this. After everything 50 did for Big Meech and Lil Meech, he feels like they turned their backs on him in the worst way. In addition to giving Lil Meech a golden ticket into the entertainment game straight to the front of the line, he built the entire BMF empire on TV by putting their story in front of millions of people. After all that, Lil Meech flips the script and starts running with Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross, two of 50's biggest enemies. That's a bold move, and 50's makes sure everyone knows exactly how he feels about it. Now, the streets and social media are divided on this one, with some people saying that 50's going too far, revealing every personal detail as if it were a reality show, and promoting this snitch narrative without any solid evidence, giving the impression that 50 is making this more about his ego than the truth. However, 50's devoted supporters are supporting him, saying that he has every right to feel betrayed because he supported Meech's family while Meech was incarcerated. Yes, 50 made money off BMF, no question, but he also created opportunities for Lil Meech that most people could only imagine, so now, it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think 50 Cent is going too far, or is he just going about his business and dealing with disloyalty the only way 50 knows how? Does the documentation actually show that Big Meech snitched, or is this just another crazy round of street rumors? This story is far from over, so leave your opinions in the comments, click the like button, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.